All right, here we are. I am Danny, and I am here with Boat.
He looked at me when he said that. That's weird, guys. Somebody
as
help.
well as Isabel,
Yep.
person who moments ago confessed to eating ice cream sandwiches by prying off the chocolate with her tongue like a crowbar. I just wanted to put this out there because
you
it's
eat the
created.
chocolate first, and then you eat the
And
ice
we're
cream.
playing Five Nights at Freddy's 4.
It's like an Oreo.
Thanks for trying that, Bo. But one second, I just wanted to address this because there's a lot of tension in the room, and it
It's
is.
like
canceling
an
Isabel.
Oreo. You eat the chocolate and then the frosting. So you eat the chocolate and then the ice
No,
cream.
Isabel, that's not how you eat an Oreo.
There
Yes,
is a
it
lot
is.
of tension in the room right now, and in case it is detectable to the audience, I just want to let you guys know that is why. That is fully why. As Boat said, we are playing Five Nights at Freddy's 4.
It's like an Oreo.
Fuck up. I'll kill you.
And
Do it.
we are
I
ready
would
to
love
start
to die. I
a
would
new
rather
game.
die than play this game.
Better click the new game button. Maybe your mind will be changed.
I won't.
Maybe you'll die.
Probably.
5 days. I misread it.
5 days until the
You
party.
can read this blurb easy.
To do.
Freddy.
Am I supposed to like?
What did he do this time?
Am I supposed to click?
I'll read for gold credit. He locked you in your room again. Don't be scared. I am here with you.
That's comforting.
Wazd. Oh, wait. Yep. Try.
You can knock on the door.
But you will fail. I mean, you'll succeed at knocking.
Oh no.
Oh, now he's extra sad.
No, he's super sad.
Tomorrow is another day.
Wow.
Deep.
That's deep.
Night 1.
What a weird game.
Right? This is sure bizarre and spooky. Click there to run to the door.
You can hear crickets.
Put your face down to the carpet and run to the door.
So, this is the auditory game.
Yeah, this game relies almost entirely upon audio cues. As far as you figuring out.
You have a
where the
flashlight,
enemy
by the
is.
way.
You do have a flashlight. It works much like in 2. You press control.
Do? I didn't know that. Cool.
Well, it says it on the screen, you see.
I knew that.
You can see Freddy on your bed. You can look in the closet. And you can look down both of your hallways. And the gimmick here is that basically every time you run to one of those doors, you need to listen. That's what it said on the screen. You need to listen because if you hear the animatronic breathing, you need to hold the door shut. And
Yeah.
if you don't hear breathing, you need to use your flashlight.
There is no downside, I don't think, to flashing the flashlight in this game, right? It is only ever beneficial.
They will jump scare you if you flash them and they're right by the door.
Yes, but I mean, like,
Oh, well, there's no
Unless-
battery.
Yeah.
There is no cost to you
like,
to using the flashlight.
you should always, if you're not closing the door, you should use the flashlight.
Right, exactly. I mean,
Well, how do you close the door?
it'll show you if you run towards it. Hold shift.
Oh, hold shift.
Yep. Look at that.
So, I know we are still just in the first night, but I'm just gonna go out and say it, because I don't know how long we're gonna be playing this game, to be
What
frank.
was that?
That was the Freddy thing in this game.
Yep.
You have to look behind you periodically because if you don't, Freddy will beam you.
Yep. So,
Just flash him with the
yeah, just-
flashlight.
Yep.
Every now and again.
don't let the
Um,
frettles
Don't
accumulate.
let the frettles accumulate. That's what you're saying, Danny?
But what I was saying was, this is a franchise that has very much succeeded, especially up to the point where this game came out, based on having very simple, easy to make videos on YouTube, right? It is the perfect storm for YouTube entertainment. commentary. You know, the most entertaining thing about most Five Nights at Freddy's videos, at least for me, is watching players make a fool out of themselves and fake jumps, you know, fake scream and whatnot.
All the jokes that we've been doing in these last few videos. Basically.
It's entertainment, and they really that really is like Five Nights at Freddy's isn't meant to be played. It's meant to watch other people play it.
That's where it's at its most captivating.
Yeah.
And so I'm assuming your point, Danny.
So this just brings
Oh, that
to
was
question.
one right there.
Yeah, but you flashed it with the flashlight, so it's
It's a
gone.
good thing you did that. So the question remains. The question remains. If your content, you should probably. Yeah, you're doing fine. You should probably check
you're
the
doing
closet,
fine. This
but
thing's pretty intuitive.
Yep. Just keep rotating around in the cycle.
Yeah, more or less.
I think. Yeah. But this begs the question: who thought it was a good idea? And by who I mean Scott Coffin.
Scott Coffin thought it was a good idea.
That this viral YouTube series should encourage the players to not talk.
Yeah, the gimmick of this game being based on audio cues and listening to things means that talking and giving commentary and reactions while you're playing and recording them is kind of an awkward thing to do. It makes the gameplay more frustrating and also more frustrating to watch. Now, considering that these games are pretty much entirely propagated on content being made of them, that seems counterintuitive. Now, I have said before many a time in this series that the games being made with YouTube content in mind doesn't really have, or rather, I should say, the YouTube content that's being made of these games, to me, doesn't have much to say about their quality as games, and I'm going to hold true to that statement. I think, honestly, the audio cues and the gameplay in this game, at least the idea for the gimmick of this game, has a lot more going for it, at least on a conceptual level, than the core gameplay of the previous games.
I do agree that this game...
In execution, we could argue about it as we go along.
Well, I think this game executes on what it's doing better than a lot of the other games in the franchise
certainly
do.
than 3.
I think it is... I think it is certainly scarier in many ways.
Look, we're through with Nightwatch, but
Fantastic.
I do agree that it's a lot scarier just on its own.
But I think to summarize for now, the basic idea we're saying here is that Scott Cawthon at this point knew what was making his games popular.
Right.
And so at this point, you probably should have put the chips
He's
all
hiding
in.
again. Right? You would think that Scott Cawthon would just want to capitalize on the gimmick that had made his previous games popular. He won't stop until you find him in YouTube videos.
Well,
he seems to have done almost the opposite of that. I mean, you know, say what you will over there. I don't think that this necessarily makes Scott a worse game designer. I do think he's a bad game designer, but it does make his business strategy a little less effective. Oh no, look, Foxy got fucked.
I believe that is a Mangle toy.
A Mangle toy. Well,
Yeah.
Mangle toy is what they called me in high school.
That's true, I was there.
Was there?
Yep.
It was really weird. But in any
There's
case,
random laughing happening right
oh,
now.
there's random laughing. I wonder why.
I don't get what I'm supposed to do.
I don't remember
chill.
either.
Go up to like the
Oh, he jump scared you.
Yep.
What a darn shame. Now you're crying again. Tomorrow is another day.
Stupid guy.
Stupid guy.
Stupid guy. What's he doing?
Fun with plush
Oh,
trap.
I forgot about
I forgot
this.
about these. There's mini games.
Yeah.
Okay, so basically, if you win this mini game,
gotta
you'll
jump
skip
start.
directly to 2 a.m.
Huh. So you need
Wait.
to use your flashlight. Use your
Yeah,
flashlight.
press control. You basically want plush trap to land on the X.
So every once in a while, Plush Trap is going to try moving forward. You want to stop him while he's on the X.
Yeah.
So you want him to get to the X.
Yeah, you want to stop and let him move for a second, and I think
But
there'll
don't
be a
give him
sound
too
cue
much time.
that tells you that he's moving, and you want to press the X.
Huh. This is a neat This is. I forgot about
I
this.
fully forgot about this too.
Oh.
Yeah, let it. Like, give him time to move.
I
You're
heard him.
jiggling.
I heard him walking. I don't know how
He's
long.
not gonna kill you too fast. I don't think.
I don't think so either. Especially, I think this mini game repeats. It recurs.
Yeah.
That game.
I
Wow.
don't know how long he needs.
He's not.
I
getting
guess a
out.
while.
Yeah.
It's
this is-
fine. It's worst case scenario. If we.
Yeah, worst case scenario, we just have to play the whole night, which is
Yeah.
normal. I mean, this is only going to benefit us. We don't lose anything if we lose.
Except for like maybe a few brain cells when we're jump scared. Frick!
Man, you really called it, huh? Too bad.
Holy cow!
As if on cue. Danny's really in sync with this game. Night 2. Now, I don't know if there are any major gimmicks that are introduced as the nights go on, except for one.
Yeah, I don't even know how that one works.
I don't
That's
either.
it's assuming a lot. Mainly that we're gonna get to the.
Mainly that we're going
end
to
of
get
the
to
five
that
night.
far. Yeah, right.
Yeah, you're gonna want to be snappier here. You're actually doing pretty well.
You are.
I think.
This game, though,
Yeah, you're. Yeah.
it just
Snappy
kind of
movements
speeds
are-
up. And you just kind of want to speed up with it.
Yep.
That's basically
I'm
what it is.
trying.
No, you're doing good.
Yo.
You're doing good.
I saw
Your
the
door
closet.
moved.
Yeah.
That's, I don't remember what you do here. Shut the door.
Shut the door. I think.
I don't remember either.
What the hell? Foxy started jump scaring you.
He's
He's
just
still in
standing
there.
there, man.
Jump scare.
I
Close the
think
door
we're ju-
longer.
oh,
Okay, now
okay,
you're good.
we're
Now
good.
you're good.
I don't fully know how that works.
So I think you just have to
No, I want to.
close the door until
Yeah.
it becomes a plushie again.
I guess so. I don't.
It's
I don't-
weird. Foxy started jump scaring.
Yeah, you got cheeked. You should have shined the flashlight.
Yeah.
I keep getting confused between control and shift.
That's fair.
Oh, that's fair. He did pick two keys that are on top of each other.
This is this time of the video where we have to be quiet in order to progress.
Oh my god. We actually have to stop saying things.
We
and
have
just
to
let
stop
Isabel
making
listen
a
to the
YouTube
game.
video.
We have to make a shitty YouTube video in order for Isabel to play the game correctly. So, I'm gonna stop talking.
When
Okay, we're done.
Scott was releasing these character models, the internet was going crazy. People were like, "What the hell?"
Gamers, Isabel has taken off the headset violently. She's untangling her hair from right now.
Sure,
I'm
her hair-
stuck.
On hell.
Yes,
Her hair
I'm
is
stuck.
stuck
Her hair
in the
is stuck
headphones,
there.
ladies and gentlemen.
Oh my god.
God, are we getting tonight too?
The headphones have come
Ah.
I'll try for one night or two.
Yeah. I feel like if there's any game that we can make it in, it's this one, right? But anyway, the designs for this game, I remember the character models. People didn't know really what this was. Now, the game, spoiler alert, spoiler alert. This game takes place in the mind, in the nightmares of a child, right? That's why the animatronics look so messed up, is because they're not real. These are nightmare versions of these animatronics. But I remember when these images were shown for the first time, people were losing their minds, thinking like, what could possibly make these animatronics look the way they do? Have we successfully closed the door on them once?
I doubt it. I'm not really.
I wonder what the breathing sounds like.
Yeah, I haven't heard it once.
I'm told that it's pretty quiet. I seem to recall.
I hear footsteps, never breathe.
There were times where I thought I could hear breathing, and it wasn't breathing, and so I was like, huh, so then what is breathing? What does it sound like?
Bye-bye.
Maybe we'll have to look up on YouTube a clip of breathing in this game.
I remember in the early versions of this game, the breathing was super inaudible and people complained, so it got patched to be louder.
Listen, I don't know why, but this one gives me anxiety.
I mean, good. Great. know,
is
but,
so fucking boring. I'm behind the wheel, gamers. Isabel gave up. Now I'm here voting, I guess. Fuck you.
There's something about looking into the dark abyss, you know, and like prompting the jump scare that I could see being.
It is.
nerve-wracking.
It's nice, I guess. I don't know. I have so little to say right now.
Yeah. Yeah.
I heard it that time. That's what it sounds like.
What does it sound like?
It's like a. Did you hear it? It's like a. It's like quick. It's like fast paced, I think.
Okay. So why didn't you close the door?
Because I didn't think it was breathing. I thought it was
Okay.
footsteps.
So this is progress, right?
Maybe.
Maybe. Fast forward to either progress or dying.
It's gonna be dying.
Or both.
I care so fucking little, dude.
I'm gonna tell your sister.
That the concept is cool, the characters are cool, the gameplay is awful, and I hate it.
That's fair.
That's honestly, I feel like even among most Five Nights at Freddy's fans, that's probably the consensus.
That's pretty woke, yo.
I don't know that there are many people that are actively apologists for the way these games play. If there are, they're probably like 9 fucking years old.
That's I'm no apologist, but I think there's some people who probably genuinely enjoy this, and I assume the people who genuinely enjoy the gameplay are older.
Really?
Yeah, that would be my guess.
Why's that?
I don't know. I think it's just people who really are into like RNG and like perfecting routine.
I don't know of many people that are really into RNG. Random stuff, random number generator is what it stands for.
But like
but
people are
Oh,
really into
I am really bad with like knowing stuff.
No, that's good.
I think
That's fine.
I think almost the opposite. I think that like a kid who doesn't fully understand what's going on would be able to get the most out of this game. Because the fact that we already have this down to a process means that I'm bored as fuck.
Why does cause did you hear the breathing?
I thought that was the breathing, unless I'm an idiot.
It was.
It was. I don't know why I shined the light, Danny.
So why? What's the point of an ice cream sandwich if you're just prying off the sandwich?
Right,
Why
you're
not
just getting rid of the thing
Why
that makes
not
it a
just
sandwich.
ice cream?
Because I like the sandwich part.
You like to
Really?
just eat it?
I've never like the sandwich part for me has always just been bearable because it's an ice cream sandwich. Like
I guess I've always liked it. Well, you gotta keep in mind that.
keeping a lot of things in mind right now.
Oh, listen, you gotta keep in mind that I grew up on like a bunch of like fast food and like freezer meals and like just cheap stuff like that. So I grew up having those kinds of ice cream sandwiches.
And you would eat the...
And you
What does that
optimize.
have to do with eating the sandwich parts
Well,
off?
She created the optimal strat.
because Danny said he didn't really like the outside part.
I mean, like it's fine. It's
Nobody,
just not,
I don't
like,
think
I
anybody
just never
said that
thought
they
it was-
dislike the outside part.
I just was saying that I don't see.
I
don't
wouldn't
think
eat it on its own.
I don't know. I'm
It's
that
on its
kind of way.
own.
Like I'm the kind of person that doesn't like the stuff on my plate to touch.
Okay.
I eat things in a certain order, and I eat things in very specific ways, like with ice cream sandwiches and Oreos. So
Alright, whatever floats your boat, I guess.
I don't know. I'm just specific with the way that I eat and drink things. Like usually, if I am like at a restaurant, I'll like forget about my drink for like the entirety of the meal.
Have we
Alright.
found anything, Dan?
Alright.
Gamers. Let's continue. Night 2. Danny's playing the sound effects. This is a solo commentary. My name is Boat Markiplier Jr.
Wow.
And
Does Mark know?
no,
On a first name basis
it's true.
like that. Ugh.
Wait, doesn't that mean that he's his son?
Yeah. that would mean that.
No, Junior's my last name.
Oh.
Oh,
Okay.
very confusing.
First name Boat, middle name Markiplier.
So
last name
so now we know you just gotta listen for
He was right there.
whatever the sound. I was gonna come up with a witty comparison for that sound, but truly I can't.
It just sounds like the way wind sounds like when you're on a call with someone. At least that's what I think it sounds like.
I'm trying to do an impression. I think it sounds.
I don't care anymore,
What they did.
gamers.
Can I do one more?
No, I don't want to do one more. This video fucking sucks. This one's gonna be like 10 minutes long.
We gotta try one more.
Can we do the Halloween mode?
Let's try one more. Let's just be fully quiet during this one.
Fully
then if-
quiet.
I'm gonna leave it in the video in its entirety.
Do not.
Why? Thank God.
Who got you?
Bonnie, I didn't check the left door soon enough.
We were almost there.
Whatever.
Do you want to try it?
So let's try Halloween mode. So this is Halloween Edition. Halloween Edition was an update released for Five Nights at Freddy's 4 around Halloween, when the game
Wow.
was originally supposed to release. Scott Cawthon said that Five Nights at Freddy's 4 was supposed to release in, I believe, exactly Halloween. However, he released it at the beginning of August instead. Shadow dropped it, in fact, during a giant YouTuber conference. We were talking about this game being anti-YouTuber. Oh boy, as many YouTubers seeing the game had dropped actively left the conference to record this in their hotel rooms instead of doing what they wanted to do. Scott Cawthon screwing up schedules, but he released this, which is just kind of a reskin of the game from what I understand. But I think it might also have some new mechanics as well. Basically, most of the animatronics are replaced with other versions of other animatronics, basically, or other versions of themselves. It's kind of a reskin.
Well, I've never seen any of this.
It's
before.
FNAF 4 with cosmetics.
Is it supposed to be scarier?
Not necessarily, but I think you could argue that some of the designs are scarier.
Well, this title screen's definitely scarier. Look, it's got yellow.
Oh man.
I mean, yellow's pretty gross.
Yellow's the color of pea.
Yellow is the color of pea, which is why I hate it.
I like yellow. Let's
I
play
do
the
not.
game. I guess they were Halloweeny.
So that's Jacko Bonnie.
Well, I'd say we should stick around and see the rest of them, but no, we fucking shouldn't. Do we have any final thoughts?
We're just ending here.
I do not want to keep going.
I
I
don't
am so
either.
fucking bored.
To be honest with you. Like, listen. If people really want to watch a full playthrough,
There's like a million full playthroughs of this game on YouTube.com. Go
Yeah.
watch Markiplier.
yeah.
Markiplier, shouts out. That guy played this whole
Yeah, let's
game.
shout out Markiplier.
That guy could use
So
a
that
shout
our
out.
34 subscribers can go over there and boost him.
Boost him, like Spike on Markiplier's latest video. But
Honestly, because like there's no, I don't think any of us are really getting at anything out of this.
we are not.
Except torturing ourselves.
We're getting
Part of-
content.
Part of the hope with this series
Content.
was that Isabel, not having played these games, might offer a unique perspective. What we didn't account for was the fact that these games fucking
It's
suck.
actually very interesting. Isabel is the only person out of the three of us who's all of her opinions about FNAF are from playing the game firsthand.
Exactly.
And I think arguably she hates the game more than any of us.
Probably.
Which is- Honestly,
She actively is not having a good time, and that is more of a statement on this
Yeah.
game than
No.
anything Danny and I have said in
And
any of
I'm
these
not.
videos.
And here's the thing is that I was actually a little bit confident going in because I knew that it was like always like, you know, people hated it or whatever. But I was like, I mean, it can't be that bad. Like, yeah, it's like just it's just a horror game, right? And I like horror games and I like that sort of vibe. So I was like, yeah, it's gonna be whatever. It's gonna be fine. I didn't expect there to be like actually no gameplay.
Yeah, that's the biggest thing
Now,
holding this game back.
it does raise a question. We've got 2 more games to go. Not arguably, definitely the most out there in different, like, most unique games, gameplay-wise.
They actually have
anything
some
here.
stuff going on.
You know, Five Nights at Freddy's 4 is probably the most, like, it twists the formula the most. But the next 2 games, while remaining kind of similar in many ways, have a lot of extra stuff padded on. I think right now we are in a very bad spot where it is kind of impossible to have to palate cleanse, as it were.
Yeah.
And so the next 2 games are going to have an uphill battle, but I, from what I recollect of them, I do genuinely think they have more to offer as far as entertainment value.
Well, I will say I do think I like this game better than the other ones, just because it gave the anxiety that it gave was the kind of anxiety that like you want. Like it's like because I think it was more realistic for me because like it's like based off like your childhood nightmare. You know, you're afraid of the dark and you're in like your bedroom, right? And like there's dark hallway and dark closet, and like I think that is what makes it more real.
I do personally think that the scariest things in these games so far, at least for me, have been the dark spaces and how they
Yeah.
work with the flashlight. Like
Definitely.
the hallway in front of you in FNAF 2 and the like open doors in this game, I think are the best.
I agree with you about those 2 things. I still think, though, for all of its strengths, this game has the same thing going very strong against it that the other games have, and that is that this is so fucking boring. You're doing nothing. And if you're not actively jittery and on edge and anxious and scared the whole time,
You know,
you're getting nothing out of it.
I think if these games were a lot easier, they might be more.
I don't even know if it's about being easier. It's just the fact that
Fun.
these games, this is less than a walking simulator. This is a sitting there simulator.
This is a sitting simulator. Now
A
you walk
sitting
in this
simulator.
one.
You do walk
look
in
at the
this
floor.
one. I mean, you don't press, you click, and then you plant your face into
And
the
I
floor.
will say also I had completely forgotten about this until we played right now. But the
mini game.
mini game in between nights is a very neat idea, I do think.
Yeah,
As with
yes.
everything in these games, execution is the clincher.
Yeah.
But they're gameplay wise,
This game might have the best ideas out of all of them, is what I'll say.
gameplay wise,
But even this game and execution just misses the mark.
lore
I
wise,
think
this is the
for
game
all of us.
where the answer to the lore during this game's runtime was Dream Theory.
Yeah.
And honestly, I think that's the best this game's lore has ever been.
The idea, Isabel, do you remember in the first game when they talked about the animatronics biting a kid.
Yeah.
You are the kid that gets bit, I believe, in this game. And this is his nightmares.
Well,
And he's
that's
supposedly,
like canon.
in
This
the
is his
hospital.
deathbed.
Yeah.
The theory
If you look
went
behind you
further-
next to the bed, there's like an IV
only
in
sometimes.
the room. Only sometimes, really? I saw it once.
Yeah.
Oh, really?
Yeah, sometimes. there's
Yeah,
an IV.
this is the dream of the kid that gets bit.
At
by
the end of this
animatronics.
game. At the end of this game, you get to see that happen.
Yeah. In one of the
in
8-bit
8-bit
cutscenes.
minigames. Yeah. The 8-bit minigames do a decent job of telling this game
Those are at their
story.
most effective in this game as well. We glossed over them in 2 because we didn't see very many of them, and
Well,
in 3 we just
and
kind of made
also-
fun of them.
And also this game tells a story.
This
with
game-
them,
This
you
game,
know.
I think more than any of the other games in the series, actually has a narrative within itself, and that's pretty neat. You may have noticed it said 5 days until the party at the beginning
Yeah,
of
at
the
the end of
first
the
night.
week, it's his birthday
It's his
party.
birthday party, and the animatronic bites him. That's the story.
Yeah.
That's the narrative.
So I will say the Dream Theory thing, because at the time when Dream Theory was put out, I do think it is genuinely what Scott Cawthon wanted the definitive theory.
For
to be.
once, I do agree. Most of the theories,
Because-
even at the time, I would watch like the MatPat videos and be like, "There's no fucking way that Scottinus Cawthon thought of this and was like, yes." But this game, it all makes
did
sense.
put it all together. His clues were like, basically, as you go around the town in the future mini games, you see other kids, right?
Yeah.
And all the kids have like an aspect to them that makes like, oh, this inspired something else. For example, the Mangle toy, as we called it in the sister bedroom, isn't actually like a Mangle toy. It's actually a Foxy toy that obviously the sister ripped apart, but that subconsciously becomes Mangle. The idea is that the other 3 games are all taking place in this kid's mind as well, in his nightmares, just as this game is. There is a bunch of toy little action figures that you can find in the playground in this game, and one of them is broken, specifically Chica, who has her beak ripped off. These are toy animatronics.
I didn't even know about
specifically-
that.
Yeah,
one.
specifically the beak is off. Also, you can go to the actual pizzeria in this game, and I think if you back into a room in the right way, you can actually see a person who basically looks like the purple
Oh
guy.
yeah, putting on or taking
putting
off a spring trap
putting
suit.
putting a suit on someone else.
Yeah, that's right. I do
Which
remember
is
that one.
which the idea is it's supposed to make this kid thinks that this guy's stuffing someone into an animatronic suit. Basically, the idea was this kid is seeing all these things, and in his subconscious, after getting bit, is turning them into these nightmares of games. And honestly, there's a lot of evidence that backs it up. Foxy, in the minigames we've already seen, the regular Foxy he has in his
Yeah, he
room
has
is
no
missing its
head.
head. It's out of order, just like in the first game. It
Yeah.
all lines up very well. I think for me, this game was the perfect place. FNAF 3, I think it's just such a bad game.
FNAF 3 is so
This game
fucking bad.
Would have been the perfect place for FNAF to end.
It didn't because money, but it's fine.
But it didn't. So, we
So
will,
there's still more, unfortunately.
we will at the very least end this video in the best way possible.
Oh, we still have to?
Ow!
I got no time. I got no time to live. I've got no time to live, and I can't say goodbye. And I'm regretting having memories of my friends who they used to be beside me before they left me to die.
I'm regretting doing
And
this.
now this is the truth. Because I've been staring at my death so many times. These scary monsters roaming in the halls. Wish I could just lock the doors and stay in bed until the clock will chime.
I don't know. He's just kind of going. Danny's
So
making
my flashlight's on.
Danny's making
Stay up till
wild
dawn.
arm movements.
I
He's
got this
going
headache
nuts.
and my life's on the line. I felt like I won, but I wasn't done. This nightmare repeats itself every time.
You good?
That's a
we-
wrap.
No.
You need to apologize first.
Yeah, apologize.
Apologize and then it can be a wrap.
Yeah.
Hey guys.
Apologize.
You gotta
You guys want me to apologize?
I want you to
You guys want me to
apologize.
apologize?
I want you to apologize.
for what I just did.
What
The
you
song.
did.
I'm gonna keep doing it. I'm gonna do it in the next video too.
Yeah, it's fine.
I'm gonna sing every single living tune.
I just want to hear once that you're sorry.
I regret nothing.
No. No. Danny, no.
Yes,
Danny, no.
this is the truth.
No.
Stare into the void
Okay,
and see
No.
that it
that's
doesn't
a
care.
wrap.
No, Danny.
That's a wrap.
No.
Vote.
What?
Look in your own heart. You know that it's true.
That's a wrap.
No. Isabel can't. You can't stop it. No.
That's a wrap.
I just got jump scared in real.
God, let's refund this game.